11, the sister of a man killed in a deadly 2023 road rage incident is speaking out. She wants law enforcement to reopen his case after new evidence has come to light. Thank you for joining us at 11. I'm Edward Moody.
And I'm Trish Willifer. The Horry County coroner confirmed to News 13 tonight that 33-year-old Scott Spivey's death was ruled a homicide at the time.
New at 11, News 13's Adriana Lawrence spoke to his sister and got phone call recordings from her between the man who shot Spivey and, at the time, the second highest Horry County police official.
What's up, man?
Brandon, where are you at?
I'm in my house.
Can you come to Camp Swamp Road off of 9 like as fast as possible?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I had to shoot somebody.
This was the phone call restaurant owner Weldon Boyd made to former Horry County Deputy Chief Brandon Strickland following a deadly shootout between Boyd and Scott Spivey. It happened on September 9th, 2023, while the two traveled separately on Highway 9, then turned onto Camp Swamp Road. The incident was ruled self-defense, and Boyd was never charged. The South Carolina Attorney General's office declined to prosecute Boyd because of insufficient evidence. Spivey's sister, Jennifer Foley, obtained phone calls through a civil suit filed against Boyd. And out of the 90 recordings, she says she learned more into how the investigation was conducted.
And the detective who met with you last night was Alan Jones, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, country guy.
Yep.
Good old boy. Well, that's who I sent out there, and I called the captain over investigation and told me who you were. And my next call was to Jimmy Richardson.
I felt as sick as I did the night that I found out my brother was killed.
She learned her brother's vehicle was towed from Loris all the way to Conway while his body was still in it. Strickland resigned last month, and now SLED and the FBI are looking into him over allegations of misconduct. Horry County Council Chair Johnny Gardner recently asked Governor McMaster to call for an outside investigation. On the same day, County Administrator Barry Spivey sent a letter to SLED Chief Mark Keel with that same request. Strickland does tell Boyd in the calls to talk to his attorney, and though he couldn't be there physically,
I was in the shadows last night. I weren't there, but I was in the shadows. You were taken care of.
Strickland's attorney Bert Von Herman spoke exclusively to News 13 to say anyone called out that night was already scheduled to be on call, and he was just trying to be there for a friend.
The choice of words, absolutely poor, and I think he would say that today. But there was no working in the shadows. In fact, you can't work in the shadows because he wasn't there, he wasn't in town.
Foley says in 2023, Horry County Police led the investigation while SLED assisted. Foley believes both did not review all the evidence provided and now wants another look taken at it, hoping her brother can receive a fair investigation.
They always say there's two sides to every story, yours and theirs, and then somewhere in the middle there's the truth. And all I've ever asked was, somebody please just try and see, what do you think Scott's side might have been? And then let's see what meets up in the middle and what does the physical evidence show. And I don't feel like that was never afforded to us as a family.
Now, so far, no agency has reopened the investigation into Spivey.
Now, has the coroner confirmed and explained why he was transported away from this scene?
Well, the coroner told us tonight it was because inclement weather was expected. She says while it is rare to do it that way, they do it to maintain the scene and any evidence.
Adriana, thank you.